Call of Duty Vanguard. In a little bit of trouble this week. I'm going to go over what's going on because there's a couple of things. To be up front, I have not played the campaign for this game, and I have not played the zombies portion of this game. I have only played the multiplayer. I received the game as a gift, and, I'm not going to turn it down, so I did play the multiplayer. I actually liked the multiplayer compared to Cold War and the Modern Warfare reboot. I think that the actual multiplayer of this is fast-paced and more fun. I like the more fast-paced stuff. I hate those long maps, those big maps where people just camp all the time. You actually get to run around and confront people in this one, which is a lot better than most Call of Duties. I'm actually kind of surprised that I like it, to be honest. As far as the campaign goes, I've heard mixed things from people. I played it on Twitch the other day, and some people in the chat were saying it was good, and some people were making fun of it. And that's because the game changes history. It doesn't take any real stories. It puts this very, very, very diverse group called Task Force 1, apparently, into the mix. And, it's got women, POC, whatever. I'm beyond the point of really caring anymore, especially when it comes to games like this. Because, World War II, come on, man. It is what it is. I don't really care. I've never really played Call of Duty games for their campaign. I've only beaten 2 Call of Duty campaigns, and this is back when they were really good. Like, I was really into Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, and I'm sure some people in the comments are going to be very upset by this, but I never played the campaign in those games either. I only played the multiplayer. I just don't really like these campaigns. I don't think they're very fun usually. I don't like here's every Call of Duty campaign. They drop you in a situation, you advance from point A to B, and you constantly get pinned down and shot at, and then you get to move without being shot at to the next location where you get shot at. It's a shooting gallery. And, unless there's some light gun attached to it, I really just don't find that very fun. The multiplayer, I think, speaks for itself because it's stayed relevant for so many years. And the fact that they've released games without any campaigns kind of says I'm not the only one that does this, which is why they've internally probably justified doing it. But what's funny about this is the fact that not just Polygon, that's whose site I'm on right now, Kotaku are nailing the game because of a misguided attempt to rewrite history for the better demeans those involved. And Polygon says it torpedoes its own potential. Let me look at the headline. Vanguard continues the trend of myth-making and tokenization. And they slam it over here on Kotaku for the same thing. They went out of their way to try to make this game woke. And I'd also like to point out the woman who wrote the campaign story for this is also the person writing the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. The woman with a bunch of tweets that says kill all men and stuff like that. She's writing that game as well as this one. Well, she's already wrote this game because you've played it. Well, people have played it. So, interesting stuff. There's also another story that I'm going to get into because apparently the game is under fire as of yesterday for some stuff with the Quran. Call of Duty just can't stay out of trouble. So, I'm really shocked that Polygon and Kotaku didn't give this game high ratings. This is kind of the same shit that we saw with Eternals. Critics hating that game, and that game has like all kinds of of that movie has all kinds of representation. But what's going on here is they knocked this down because, well, one of the reasons why. So these characters obviously are people of color, and they don't really handle particularly like how the Nazis would have treated them at all in this game. I was going to say they don't handle it well, but apparently the criticism here is they don't handle it. They don't even do that. They don't even talk about it. They're just pretty much mustache twirling typical villains. They don't set it in reality. Like, I think it's pretty fair to say that, those old World War II villains were pretty shitty people, and they were pretty nasty, and they were pretty racist. And none of that apparently comes across, at least according to Polygon and Kotaku. And there's some other things here. The tokenization thing is a pretty big thing. They say they've been tokenized, and they call it out, which is kind of surprising to see. So, this is some coverage. I did not expect to see articles like this from Polygon and Kotaku. The other bit of news here is that in the game's multiplayer zombies maps, apparently there are some pages from the Quran. If you don't know what that is basically the Bible that the Muslims use. That's what the Quran is. And apparently there's some pages torn out on the ground, and on one of them there's some drops of blood, and people are very upset about this. The outrage from the media, there's all kinds of outlets talking about this, and my question is, well, what if this was the Bible? What if this was the Christian Bible? Would they be upset over it then? No. There would be no articles on that, and everybody would be making fun of the people upset about it on Twitter. I'm actually going to defend Activision on this one. I don't think they meant anything intentional with it. I think, obviously, there's a scene here. Zombies would be seen as, I would imagine, if zombies really happened, obviously, many religions would be calling for the end of the days because, it's directly in there that the dead would rise from the grave, stuff like that. So people would see it as the end times. So someone, going through their religious book and then getting attacked and probably the pages flew out from the fighting. That's what I'm imagining is going on there. It's meant to be gruesome looking. I don't think that it was intentional from Activision here, but they did apologize and remove it. The hypocritical point, though, is that if this had been the Bible and Christians were upset about it, Activision would not apologize, and there would be no mainstream media articles on it. It's not really much more to say on the situation here. I don't think that they were being phobic towards a group here. I think that they just wanted to show a gruesome spot for zombies map. And I hear that the zombies mode particularly isn't that good in this game. Maybe they should update the game to work better. I'll try it out eventually. But as far as the straight up multiplayer campaign, I've liked it so far. So I'll be playing it on Twitch again soon if you want to come hang out. There's a link for that in the description. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Call of Duty getting called out. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, if you would, please share the video. Like and share the video. Comment below. Tell me what you think about all of this. Subscribe if you're new, please. If you would. Make sure you're still subscribed. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.
Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out.